Welcome to Mala Prayer's Mindfulness series, where we will be celebrating Meditation Month. This month, you will be meeting members of our community that contribute to a mindful space every day.
My name is Jules. I founded The Presence of, and what I do is I teach workshops, create meditation experiences, as well as I'm a Reiki master, so I practice Reiki. Something called me to become a yoga instructor. Wow. So I put in that money and invested my time for my 30th birthday to learn about yoga, Kundalini meditation, and then finally complete my Reiki Master, which is 3 levels. So I did that, yeah. I was practicing meditation on my own, guided meditation, and I got to the point where I wanted to know more and explore more of what that meant, how I am to serve like the community and the people who I love, and it just brought me to, let's start with yoga and see where that goes. Awareness of your thoughts, awareness of your feelings, of how your heart feels, awareness of bodily sensations. That's something that hit the nail on the head for me when I was practicing. I did a Vipassana course last year, and it was about the sensation of the breath under your nose. Is basically what anchors you, or is the tool to anchor you to feel centered, balanced, and present. Like, what does it really mean to be present? Because I can think about being present, but am I really being present? Yeah. And through practicing meditation and different types of meditation, I realize when I am connected to my breath, I'm very grounded, and like the feeling is very one and very connected to where I am in the space. I think it's important to practice meditation in the morning and in the evening, because with our busy lives, like once you wake up, you have breakfast, you get dressed, you whatever, walk the dog, then you start your day, you start driving, you start doing this. I don't think it's possible to be mindful in every moment, but I do believe that the more you practice it, the more you can integrate it and embody it in your life, where you almost don't need to think about mindfulness all the time. You are what mindfulness, which is awareness of where you are in your body, the way your breath sensation is. So pausing during the morning or the evening is really helpful to cultivating that mindfulness embodiment. When you walk home from work, or if you're taking a walk or walking the dog, I find that I don't normally look up. Walking home from work when I used to live in the city or work in the city, I would pause and look at the top of the buildings, and just in that moment really be like, wow, these buildings are huge, they're really tall, or like, look how beautiful that sky is, or noticing the little things, little details. And being grateful is key too. A pause could be, I'm grateful for my health today. Or it could be really small. I'm grateful for connecting with you today. I'm grateful for the home that I live in, or being able to wake up and the sun is out. I think that's a very important tool to practicing mindfulness and taking that pause. So for me, in the morning when I meditate to start my day, it's like, what are the things that I'm grateful for? And it could be that, hey, look, my hair looks good today. I'm grateful for the fact that my hair wasn't frizzy. Or it could be something deep, like I'm grateful for having a good night's rest. I grew up where my mind was conditioned to follow a certain path. And I think that's important when you're starting out. Like, oh, there's a structure to breath work. There's a structure to going to yoga class. There's all these tools around that we have access to. And I think over the years, eventually, I've not strayed from the path, but now I am just waking up in the morning, this is what I do. And not feeling, because sometimes I have guilt that I wake up and I maybe didn't have too much time to meditate, or sometimes I'm not able to, but that's the thought that comes through, and that's the thought that might distract you and might pull you away from being present. Oh, I have this thought of guilt. Oh my God, let it go. Restart, right? That's the whole thing. When you do breath work, you're watching your thoughts, and some thoughts might pull you away. Like, I remember I was teaching a meditation with people at work, And my thought was like, why am I on the Titanic? And then I'm like, oh, like, do you know what I mean? Like Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's like, hi, okay, bring myself back to the breath. Yeah, it's all about restarting. So that guilt that I'm talking about when I'm not able to follow a certain structure of what meditation or a yoga pose should be, like when I hear that or see that in my mind as a thought, it's like, no, okay, restart. You're right here, you know? So it's every day, every moment. I was in a very big argument with my sister one time, and it was a very big argument, and to the point where she's like, you are being very difficult.
That's heavy.
I'm like, no one's ever really said that. Like, you can assume that you're being difficult, but like no one's ever said to me, you are being very difficult. And in the moment I had this pause, and I didn't judge myself for being difficult. And this happened obviously in a millisecond, right? Because I thought about it, and then I said to her, I know. And she was like, that wasn't a compliment. And I'm like, I know. And like, that was a moment where I really felt empowered by the choice I had made to embrace that and not judge myself. And it was pretty amazing because it was almost as acknowledging that I was being difficult in that moment, pausing and taking a breath, almost to diffuse the argument. And then I realized, like, what are we arguing about? Because yes, I'm being difficult in this moment right now, but you know, this too shall pass. I won't be in 10 minutes, and maybe we can talk about it then. I think mindfulness is very powerful in moments where you would normally feel on autopilot, especially when you're fighting with someone. Whatever emotion you feel, you're just like, blah. So that connection I had made when she said that to me really woke me up. The challenges is what put us in practice. Like, you have to practice compassion by being in the situations where you may normally on autopilot not be compassionate. Especially in the workplace, I could easily respond to an email, right, and be like, blah, 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 blah. Like, and, be compassionate about, they might be under pressure from someone else. Like, there's just layers of, I think there's layers of compassion. And in those moments, by the way, I'm either, I'm feeling really annoyed. Do I need to eat something because I'm hangry? Or do I need to take a walk because I just need to do some breath work and then calm down? Like, there's just so many things that you can do that I do to get myself back to center, back to being present, so that I'm able to deal with the situation by choosing who I want to be. I would say in my experience and with the advice that I'm giving, that to obviously take time and keep practicing and don't give up, is because there will be a time where you realize that all you have is already within you. You don't need an app to tell you what to do. Like, I think it's really important that people who are starting off try these different things, try whatever. But at the end of the day, the breath is all you need. Yeah. The sensation of your breathing is all you need for meditation, for mindfulness, because that will give you the pause you need to choose how you want to be in a situation where you would normally be on autopilot and be angry or whatever. Not to say like these emotions are bad. I'm just, you get to choose who you want to be. And I think that's really important to, when you really embody something, it has to become your own. Just like faith, going to church, something has to become your own, not what someone's telling you to do. I mean, I think it's important when you're younger, and then you grow into your own. So I would really say to not give up and to keep going, because that's what the practice is going to do. It'll let you acknowledge when you're being difficult in those moments, when you're arguing with your sister or whoever, your boyfriend, your partner. I feel like a day of self-care has different versions depending on how I feel, because it could mean being in my pajamas, having a glass of wine, eating pizza, and watching Netflix, or
amazing.
Consciously watching Netflix. Choosing to watch Netflix.
Sometimes my night is just figuring out what to watch on Netflix.
Self-care, I really enjoy getting a massage or reading a book, taking a nice shower, getting comfortable, making dinner for myself, dinner that I know fuels my body in the best way. And then curling up to a book is like self-care. It's self-love,
Absolutely.
And then before bed, maybe listening to a meditation or doing a meditation. cuddling with my dog. Like, it could be just things that I know will nourish me. It's, an example of self-care. I would say, stress, anxiety, all those are good markers that I am not being mindful in that moment. I'm not saying that those emotions are not important, but I find that with my practice with mindfulness and meditation, it allows me to find calmness in chaos. So when there is chaos and I'm not calm, I'd like to take something out of my toolbox. Like, what is it that I need to do to get myself calm in this manner? Is it a meditation, or is it a walk, or is it stretching, or is it closing my eyes and doing some sort of thought process, breath work, or